Hey, what is up everybody? My name is Holden today. Welcome back to part 2 of what is this day 1 commentary. Just getting introduced to Black Ops 3. Of course, we are going to be stepping right into one of the most popular game modes, which is Team Deathmatch. We are currently rocking out with the Vision Pulse special ability. The Vision Pulse gives you the ability to see through walls and see enemies within a certain range from you. And we'll take a look at that ability in a bit. Currently we're rocking out with the AR7 or ARK7 rather, and we do have a red dot on it as well as a grip and quick draw. We also have a grenade in hand, and I'm not too sure exactly which perks we are running, but I believe it's flak jacket and fast hands and something else, as I do go tumbling down the right hand side of the map. Still trying to get used to the movement system, of course. Black Ops 3 introducing a new energy boost momentum based system where every time you jump it will take some boost away from your meter, so you're not going to be able to spam it as you could in Advanced Warfare. Taking a look at the movement system, it actually feels really good so far. I don't want to get into the COD fanboyism as we all seem to find ourselves in these early phases of where we're saying it's a great system and all that kind of jazz. But so far I have been enjoying it. I feel like it's much more difficult to use than the Advanced Warfare system, which didn't punish you enough, whereas in Black Ops there's a whole bunch of ledges you can fall off. You leave yourself vulnerable when you're wall running. I feel if you don't make your decisions of which moves you're going to make, it is going to punish you for that. And I kind of like that system where you really have to think out your next move ahead of time, and you need to try and make sure that whenever you're going to be going for a wall run, that the area is clear for you to actually do that, or you need to be prepared for an intense gunfight. So our Vision Pulse has just come up, so we'll try use that in a bit, and I want to give you guys an idea of exactly what's going to happen. This game, I believe, this gameplay that we're watching, definitely not one of the best gameplays thus far. We have had a couple of issues with game capture and trying to resolve those at the moment. I think you guys will maybe hear in the background that the sound quality isn't up to the standard that we like. As that Vision Pulse does get used, we will be able to pick up 2 nice kills here in the middle of the map. The Vision Pulse obviously not lasting too long, but there is no real counter to it. I mean, essentially, you do get to know your enemy's position. If you check on the mini-map on your top left-hand corner, when that Vision Pulse does get used, it puts out a circle on the map, so you can almost use the Vision Pulse against the player himself, because you'll be able to understand the general positioning. The Vision Pulse as well only applies to the user that did use it, as it's not going to give your teammates, or their teammates should I say, the benefit of knowing your position as well. Of course, if you want to communicate that out to your opposition, that's all up to you at the end of the day. As so far, also, well, what else can we mention? Taking a look at the new pick 10 system, which we did mention a bit earlier in the previous video. I'm liking it so far. You do get 3 score streaks that you're allowed to use no matter what. And I believe there is a wild card for a 4th score streak if you really want to go for it. So far we are rocking the UAV care package, and I'm just going to call it the Predator missile, because that's what we know and love. As you can see, there's currently a red outline on my player, and what that basically meant is that the opposition used the Vision Pulse, and that gave them the ability to spot me out. Water is obviously not an instant death anymore in Black Ops 3. You can actually swim around, get some kills, and it makes for some interesting little battles in the water. It's a changed up movement system when you actually submerge yourself, as it's very momentum based in the terms that if you move forward, you'll continue to move forward. Your momentum will take you forward even though you're not pushing forward on the trigger anymore. So it kind of replicates that in water, as I'm going to be facing quite a hectic 3v1 situation at the moment. I don't think I'm going to come out on top of this one, as I got taken out with a Vision Pulse. The opposition was trying to find out exactly where I was hiding behind the rock. And it's always difficult to get out of those situations since they always have that upper hand. They literally have an outline of your player in the game. So as we close things off here, it's 57, or should I say 58 to 52. It's been a tough TDM, but a nice thing for South Africans. It seems thus far, at least on the PlayStation 4, when you are looking for a game, you should be able to find it relatively quickly, especially when it comes to team deathmatch. Of course, if you're in the early hours of the morning, that's always going to be difficult to find a game. But so far in the beta, it looks like the South African community has picked it up quite nicely, and you can find games relatively easily. So it looked there as if the opposition used the vision pulse, and that was exactly what I was talking about. That vision pulse extends that radius, and if you are fast enough, you'll be able to pick up exactly where that player used that vision pulse and use that against them essentially. And that's in a way is a counter to the vision pulse, but I always think it's still going to play into the hands of the player that used it. So taking a look at the beta thus far, we have, I believe it's 3 maps. This one is replicating a safari or a hunting lodge in Kenya, and I've really enjoyed it so far. There's a lot of long range engagements, and you've also got your close quarter battles. One of my favorite hardpoint maps, definitely, and it's going to be interesting to see exactly how this plays out on the competitive side of life, as we are slowly but surely closing off this first gameplay. There's going to be loads more hopefully coming your way, but it is 71 to 70 as these two teams are tied up quite closely at the moment. We will be able to get the smack in the head, and I don't think we're going to be able to get out of this situation, but all we need is one more kill to close off the game, and I think we are a couple of seconds away from getting exactly that, as I will take some gunfire on this left hand side. So closing things off, it's 75 to 73. That's been our first introduction gameplay to Call of Duty Black Ops 3 beta. There's sure to be loads more to come, so make sure you stay subscribed, stay tuned in, as this is the beginning of the Black Ops 3 beta. It's day 1. I'll catch you guys later.